Who's firing the questions?
So basically, just was curious with the 2-week break and getting a chance to look at a lot of the film. Did you start to get a real sense of the personality of the defense and what went right and what went wrong the first 2 weeks?
I would say, again, it comes back. We're trying to get the fundamentals, lay that groundwork down, and at the same time teaching them concepts, coverage concepts, front concepts, blitz concepts. So the minutia, the detail, the fundamentals, that is where we're really spending a lot of time with these guys. And in that process, they've been awesome. Wide-eyed and energy levels there. Their ability to adapt and handle a little bit of adversity that you have in spring ball. They've been doing well with it, and so it's always a work in progress, but happy.
Is this also maybe a chance to throw a little bit more adversity to them? Play at night.
Definitely. I mean, anytime you change a guy's schedule, it throws a little kink in whatever their thought process and how they're going through the week. So, and that's part of our deal. Whether the bus breaks down, who cares? Let's go. All right, we'll get on our bus and go, or whatever the adversity that happens. And so it's just something that part of the training and part of the process of getting these guys ready to go.
You seem a little more spirited today as opposed to Tuesday coming off the break.
Oh yeah, I thought the guys were awesome today, running the football and working to get turnovers, stripping the ball out, and we got I think 4 or 5 of them, and that's obviously that's a big emphasis. Turnovers is the name of the game. We can get that many. I mean, we're gonna be pretty happy at the end of the game.
Since you know how Coach Pete works that air horn, is it whenever you hear that, is that a little?
Oh yeah,
a little
air
smile
horn
going on?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, you can hear it. Once the air horn goes off, all the guys yelling and hooping and hollering, and they know they have to get 3 turnovers, and they don't run. They don't get any. They have to run 3 half gassers, and then obviously 1, 2, all the way up to 3. So anytime they hear one, they know they're that much closer to not having to run after practice.
What goes through your mind when?
Danny said that you were keeping it pretty simple. How much of the defense do you actually have in?
Probably, got a little cover 3, a little quarters. I would say less than a quarter. Some the base concepts of cover 3 quarters, and we got 2 pressures in.
And when do you really start ramping it up?
It'll be over the summer and in August. Every week there's something new going in conceptually. The broad concept, then there's a lot of detail and a lot of different things you can do off of that within those concepts. But you got zone, you got 2, 3 quarters zone coverage. You got man coverage, and you got blitz.
Too many fractions for sports writers. What goes through your mind when you see Shaq Thompson getting the ball in the backfield?
I love it. I hope he scores touchdowns. We're not playing against him, so that's good.
With having John Timu back these last 2 days, is there a steeper learning curve for him, or was he able to?
He's a very smart player, very instinctual. No, I don't think so. I think he understands concepts, so he's picking it up really fast and goes out there and getting other guys lined up first day. So. No, he's really good at that.
Are there 1 or 2 examples of things guys have picked up or are doing better now than a month ago when you guys first got going? Or are there things that you can point to on film?
I think today running to the ball, pursuing the consistency. Being a D-line guy, and those guys tend to be bigger guys. If we can get those guys running the ball like the linebackers and DBs should, you got something special, because those big guys are it's just not in their nature to run like that.
You're really thin still back in the secondary. Anybody stepping up, catching your eye? Are you still a little bit nervous?
Always going to be nervous, but I think Marcus is been solid back there, and Brian Clay has been doing some good stuff, and then Brandon Beaver. I think he's stepped up his game these last couple of days. A big turnover strip yesterday, and just seems to be playing a little bit more confidence.
The front seven's probably where you guys got the most experience on defense. What do you think about that group? Do you see yourself being pretty strong there?
I don't know. It's still early, but on paper we should be. Yeah, we got most of those guys. Princeton, and none of the D linemen that are left, played a lot. So I would hope so.
I know it's always kind of maybe a bit scraggly that first practice coming back, but did tonight's practice feel like a little bit more like what you would want to practice to feel like in terms of tempo?
Yeah, I thought. I mean, not watching it, but being out here and the energy, feeling the energy, and the guys running, we're getting turnovers, being physical. I mean, yeah, definitely. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that wasn't exactly the way it was supposed to be, but when you have energy and you're running the ball, you make up for a lot of mistakes that happen.
Do you find yourself kind of gravitating towards one position group over the other in terms of kind of working on the details?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's always the D line with me. That's where I go, and that's who I work with, and got a really good secondary coach and Coach Lake, and a really good linebacker coach and Coach Gregory, and so they don't need me meddling in their business.